Welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs and Fuego. With me, I missed something, because what I'm supposed to say is that Entrepreneurs and Fuego is documenting the journey of amazing entrepreneurs such as Larry Goldstein. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, man. You are a no-nonsense guy. I mean, you're like a jewel, right? Because I don't talk to people that are so straightforward as you are.
It's the only way to be. I mean, what else is there?
Particularly in your business.
Particularly in any business, particularly in life, particularly in anything.
But in real estate, though, it's more prevalent because, I mean, you buy a gallon of milk, it's what it is, right? It's just $2 and that's it. But in real estate, you have to be able to kind of shoot straight, but not a lot of real estate agents do that, right?
And that's an unfortunate problem that we all face. Yes, there's nothing, I mean, I'm always straight, and I've gained deals because of it, but I've also lost deals because of it, because they hear stuff from other people telling them what they want to hear, and I just tell them the truth. And again, in business and life, just tell the truth and be yourself, and that's all you can do.
Is that? It sounds to me like that would be the best advice that you could give anybody.
Anybody, yes.
Be straight.
Always be straight. What else is there? Give me another avenue that works the best.
If you tell the truth, then you don't have to think too much about what the answer is.
Exactly. You don't got to worry about next week when I ask you the same question, what you're going to tell them. Right?
Exactly. But particularly in the real estate industry, let's go back maybe 10 years ago when the crash happened. Right. My goodness, people were getting murdered.
I was one of them.
Well, it was just endemic. I mean, it touched everybody.
Absolutely.
How did you handle that stress?
Well, stress is something, I think of stress all the time. Stress is the most worthless emotion on the planet. Stress doesn't get you anywhere. Stress makes problems worse. And when you think about that, it is what it is, right? What happened, happened. I can't stop it. I can't control it. It happened. It's gone. So you just got to let it go.
A lot of people lost money during that. Right. So you're getting clients going, what do I do?
Right.
What do I do?
Right.
How do I get out? Do I sell now?
Right.
And that's because I'm sure you owned property at that time as well. So
right.
it's not that you were insulated,
right.
But how do you handle in a crisis, right? That's where sailors are made, right? And right there in the ocean with the storm. So how did you handle that, not conflict, but that really stress from your clients calling you and going, what do I do? Do I sell right now? Should I wait? What's going to happen?
You listen. Each client is a different situation. Each
right.
client can handle it differently. Each client had different resources. Again, real estate's a people business. So yes, we had a crash, but some people had the ability to weather the storm. Some people had no choice but to get out. It's a people business. So each person was a different scenario.
How long have you been in the real estate business?
Since I got married to my wife, Sue, I've been about 12 years.
12 years in the real estate business. Before that, what did you do?
I was a crap stealer in Las Vegas.
You're kidding.
No.
You were a crap stealer in Vegas.
Correct.
How long did you do that?
About 15 years.
So you know a little bit about gambling then?
I know how to gamble and look good while you lose. I always look good, but I rarely win. So, but I look the part. Yeah.
You looked the part.
Oh yeah.
What's the most amazing thing that you saw as a crap stealer? Because you got to have stories to tell. My goodness.
I have lots of stories. I have lots of people dying on the table.
What?
I had a guy once.
I get he didn't win. He wasn't really overly excited. I won $1 million.
But he was on a heck of a roll at the time, and I put the dice in front of him. Sir, please pick up the dice and shoot. And he slumped over the table. Sir, please pick up the dice and shoot. There's a doornail.
That's terrible.
I had another guy once had a heart attack on the game, and guy was a wealthy man, not a very nice person, but very wealthy, and he fell on the floor, and obviously he was all dying, and he's using every ounce of strength to crawl up the table to try to see where his chips were.
Oh my, no way! he's dying and he's worried about his chips.
So worried that people were gonna steal his chips, and the guy was a very wealthy person. I got lots of fun stories.
the craps business, if you will, we're going to put it that way, the gambling business, then you go to real estate, which is perhaps, the risk is not as...
It wasn't real estate. Again, this seems like a God-loving kind of place. My real estate story it's a long story, but I kind of met my wife. I had a buddy of mine, my college roommate, and he used to come to Vegas, party all the time, obviously, and he was a realtor. And Sue, my wife, worked with him. I didn't know her. She just knew about a guy that they used to come to Vegas and play with. And he unexpectedly passed away. And I was going to go to his funeral. My wife and I just happened to both be out of town. His grandfather passed away a few months later.
Jesus.
We went to his funeral, met at his funeral. Obviously, she sat with me. Obviously, I didn't hit on her then. Down the road, a friend of mine asked me if I wanted her number. I said, sure. And so I was going to call her. I didn't call her for months because I was going to go back to Vegas. So, because I came down here for a while.
This is 12, 14 years?
This is 14 years ago.
14 years ago. So text messaging was not...
No, there was no text messaging.
you either pick up the phone...
But I wasn't going to call her just because she was a nice girl. Okay?
Right.
So I didn't want a quick date because I'm leaving.
Right.
Stupid accident, broke my arm playing softball. So obviously I'm not going to deal craps right now.
Oh, man.
All right, I'll call this girl. What the heck? And bingo, bango, here we are today.
Cool. And she's also in real estate.
Oh, yeah, she's been in real estate a long time.
Is the key for a successful real estate individual to have a team, like a husband and wife? Does it make a difference?
Well, it depends who the husband and wife are. You got good marriages.
Because you see them all the time. And you see, so and so.
I'm blessed. I got a really good marriage. She's my best friend, and it works for us. But it doesn't work for everyone. Some people have great marriages and they need their husband to be gone for a while. And
what is your biggest challenge as a realtor? Is it finding new clients?
Well,
is it closing deals? Is it the appraisal? What is it?
Closing deals isn't a problem. Appraisal isn't a problem. You just tell the truth and all that. The biggest problem is obviously you always got to find new clients and clients that are serious, but people who want to hear the truth. People, because you meet someone who thinks their house is worth $400,000, right? And I say I do my work. No, it's worth $320. Not even close. And then they got some other realtor going there saying I can get you $400. Who are they going to sign?
But Larry, so they're going to take it personally, like you're.
Exactly.
So you have some kind of game going on here, and they don't want to hear that.
Exactly. Well, people want to hear what they want to hear, right?
Right. And so another realtor jumps in and says, "No, you're $400. Don't worry, $420."
Exactly. And then last year I had a really good client who I helped buy like a half a dozen houses. But remember, when you're buying a house, you're not paying the commission. When you're selling, you are. So
of course.
It changes.
Right.
So he wanted to sell his houses. Obviously, he called me. I told him what they were worth. He didn't like the numbers. I said, "Look, you know me. We've had a good relationship. I'm not going to lie to you. It is what it is, right?" He ended up signing with someone else. I told him, "Look, here's what's going to happen. They're going to tell you this price. In a couple of months, they're going to ask you for a price reduction." And boom, that's
exactly what happened.
Exactly what happened. So, for male pride, the guy doesn't talk to me anymore because he was wrong. I mean, it's like, you can be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. I just ask my wife. So, but you just accept it. I mean, I don't know. Life's a lot easier if you just don't take things personally.
True. I'm going to send a copy of this interview to my girlfriend. Maybe she'll.
Maybe. But remember, when you take your vows, and my vows were, sorry, honey, you're right. As long as you accept 99%, you're wrong anyhow, right? So just accept it now.
What is it? Sorry, honey?
Sorry, honey, you're right.
You're right. I want to remember that, man. So, all right. So, anyone that is looking to get into the real estate business right now, people do it for many reasons, right? I mean, not the least of which is, I want to make more money, blah, 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 blah. What would you say is the right reason to get into real estate?
Well, obviously you do it for a job, to make a living, but the issue with real estate is it's not like I got a $20 an hour job. I mean, I have good months, I have slow months. Starting out in real estate, you're not going to make money right away. Sure, you're going to hit your cousins, your aunts, everybody, and see what you can do. But after that, you got to go out and make money. So you have to be prepared. Budgeting, you got to be prepared for slow times. And I don't care how good of a realtor you are, you go through slow times. So the problem with starting out in the real estate game is you got to understand that You're not gonna, you might not make it. Hey, you might kick some butt right away. God bless you,
And then you
But-
think you're the best real estate agent in the
sure,
world.
hey, this is easy because there's some, there's some deals where I list a house and I get an offer in a day, boom, boom, it's a cash deal closing, 20 days. Like, wow, this job's great.
When the market is doing
Well,
like
sure.
this, because you don't have to think too much. I mean,
Right.
you put a sign outside and the house sells
Well, and
itself.
there are still some nice houses that'll sell quickly if they're just apps, the house
Right.
in the neighborhood that's very, people want real bad. But then again, you got times where you go through real big droughts, or you're showing people houses for 2 months, and then they decide they don't want to buy. Or you got people who don't want to get pre-qualified first. That's the biggest problem with buyers. Someone doesn't get a loan because the first thing I say when someone says, I want to buy a house. Okay, how are you going to buy it? Simple question, right? Are you going to pay cash? Are you going to get a loan? Well, I'm going to get a loan. Do you have it secured? No. Okay, listen. First thing you want to do is get a loan because no money, no house.
They call me.
Okay. Well, no, I help them find. No,
Right.
I help people through.
Oh, that's good.
I got good people to refer them to. That's part of being a realtor. But the biggest problem with that is if they want a $250,000 house, you show them that before they're qualified, and then they get qualified for 180.
Oof.
Well, no 180 house is going to look as good as a $250,000 house, is it? So
Yep.
now you're in trouble.
Now you're in trouble. You're a buyer's agent or a seller's agent?
Yes.
You're both.
Yes.
Is there a conflict?
Well, I mean, in the same
If
transaction.
in the same transaction?
No, not if you're honest with them, and it's full disclosure. It's not like I don't disclose, no, there's no conflict. Again, honesty. Now, truthfully, I do tell people in a perfect world, you prefer to have your own representation.
Correct.
So,
Because one wants the highest price, and the other one wants the
when I
lowest price.
sign up to as I list the house,
Yeah.
what's my job is to take care of them make them the most money possible, right? Then you get the buyer. What's your job for them? To get them the best deal. So they put those two together. Now, if we can work it out, that's great. But it's full disclosure. I mean, you got it. And legally, we disclose that we're from. So
Just give me a hard time.
no, you can't give me a hard time. It
Give me a
doesn't.
hard
You
time.
can't. You can't.
I can, because you're straight shooting
You-
Larry.
Yeah, you can't hurt me. Yeah.
Rootin' tootin' Larry, straight shooting Larry.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Thank you very much. You have fun?
I always have fun. But yeah, thank you
have
for
fun?
having me.
I appreciate the message. Shoot straight. Always tell the truth. When you tell the truth, then you don't have to worry about it.
Truth shall set you free, right? Isn't that how it goes?
You're the man.
All right. Pleasure.
Larry, thank you so much.
right,
And
thank
with
you.
that, we're out.